Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Matt. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to check out the Avocado Baby from Avocado Vapor. Now, if you remember, a while back, I reviewed the original Avocado. That one took Nautilus-compatible coils. This one's a bit different, a little bit more of a conventional pod system. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So inside, you will get a user manual, and you'll also get a warranty card. And then the only thing left is your device with one pod pre-installed. So I'm guessing they're doing that to try to make this more inexpensive. They don't include a USB-C charger and don't include a second pod. I'm kind of okay with no USB-C charger, but I do think that manufacturers should always include a second pod, but that's just me. Anyway, the materials on this thing feel a lot like the original Avocado, kind of a rubberized feeling. I think that there's plastic underneath there with the rubberized coating on it. Feels really nice. I like the styling. Like I showed you, you got a USB-C port on the bottom, some venting right there. There's a button right there, and there's also some light indicators you'll see in a second that will pop up right here. Then up top here, you have this magnetic cap that you can keep on, obviously, whenever you're vaping. You have a little liquid window on both sides. You pull that off like so, okay? And then you have your pod held in by magnets. Now, these pods hold 2 mLs of liquid. This one is a 0.7 ohm mesh coil, and it also has, let me get this sticker off here, adjustable airflow. Okay, so you got adjustable airflow right there. Right there, it's wide open, and then you can close it. It's kind of hard to fine-tune in between, but it's doable. Now, even when it's all the way closed, you're still going to have that hole open, and so it's still going to get some air. All right, now with this 0.7, it's a little bit looser of a draw. We'll talk about that more when we go up top. You got your contacts right there. You fill it on the side there, and this mouthpiece is built into the pod. Now, for a separate purchase, you can buy the 1.2 ohm replacement pods, and I'm actually going to install one of these because I have the 0.7 in my other device. And here we are. All right, basically look the same, but this one has a 1.2 ohm MTL coil, they're calling it. So I'm assuming that there's a round wire coil in there, and this one also has airflow control, as you can see. So let's go ahead and fill this up. I'm going to use some mango pineapple ice from the unsalted ice line, 12 milligram. And now let's fill it on up. When done, just close that up like so. You could put 1 or 2 drops of liquid down the top just to speed up the wicking if it's a fresh coil, but that could make it slightly gurgly, you know, but you can vape through it. After a few vapes, it'll go away. So there's what the device looks like. You got your contacts, your magnets. I believe this thing right here is also magnetic, and your pod goes in like so. You could, you know, fill your pod up in place, but you'd still always have to take that cap off. And then this guy just goes on like so. Nice strong magnets on that. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So you'll see those lights there. And I'll show you on my gray one here just while we wait for that other one's coil to get saturated with liquid so I don't accidentally dry burn it when I'm turning it on and off. So anyway, right here you have your battery meter. Okay, it goes up to 4 lights and then it'll go down as your battery dies. This does have 3 different wattage adjustment settings. So 1, 2, 3. You'll see 2 lights are on, 1, 2, 3. 3 lights, 1, 2, 3. Back to 1 light. So 3 different wattage settings on this. So it does have adjustable wattage, which is quite cool. Now you can get an idea of what wattage you're getting depending on what pod you're using. On the 0.7, it'll go from 18.5 to 17 to 15.5. And on the 1.2 ohm, 12 to 11 to 10. Oh, and I don't remember if I said this, but this does have a built-in 1100 milliamp hour battery inside. And it is only button activated. Definitely smaller than the original one. That one had a bigger battery, bigger tank, and had interchangeable coils. This one's more of a small, dainty little pod system, but still with a pretty good sized battery, especially for, you know, an MTL coil. All right, guys, that is it for the up close. Let's go ahead and go up top, vape these, and talk about them a little more. All right, here's the Avocado Baby. Now, this one has the 0.8 ohm coil inside, and I have it on the, let me check. I had it on the second setting, I believe, the second power setting, the middle one. Here we go. I have 12 milligram in here. I could probably get away with 6. It's kind of that in-between draw on this thing. I've been fine using 12 in this because the 12 I'm using is kind of a smoother. It's a synthetic nicotine 12, and it seems to be a little smoother than some of the other 12s I have. But anyway, it's kind of an in-between, like a really tight restricted lung hit or a very loose MTL. Now, if you close this all the way, the airflow, okay, and now let's have a vape like that. Then you get a nice medium, maybe slightly loose. I would call it more of a medium MTL draw. Okay, now this one is the 1.2 ohm pod. Unfortunately, you have to buy the 1.2 ohm separately. I really think, and we'll say this as a con, I really think they should have put the 1.2 and the 0.7 ohm in the package for people so they could try out both. Let me check my airflow on this. Okay, airflow is all the way open. I have it on the second power setting on this one. Here we go. Really, really good. All the way open, I would say it basically vapes like the 0.7 ohm mesh coil when that's all the way closed. So like a medium bordering on loose MTL draw. But we can tighten this up a bit. Actually, let's tighten it all the way and see how it vapes on its tightest setting. Here we go. And then I would call it a true medium MTL draw. So you're not getting that super duper duper tight draw, but the medium MTL is where it's at for me. That's where I like it. Vape quality on both of these are fantastic. Plenty of warmth, plenty of vapor. Both are good. I get really nice flavor off of both of them. The mesh coil especially is a little bit warmer, I think. Yeah, so no issues at all over the vape quality. Let's talk about cons though. Like I said, only includes one pod, and there's no USB-C, so we could count that as a con as well. While I do like this cap here, you know, I almost wish there was a way to just have the cap be part of the pod, and then you could just, you know, top fill or something in the cap. I don't know. But, you know, you have to take it off and then fill your pod up. So, you know, it's a side fill with a rubber plug. Some people might not like that. I don't mind it. The plug is towards the top. It's actually very easy to fill up, but you do have a step there. You know, you got to take this thing off, try not to lose it, then fill this up or pull this pod out and fill it up. So, you know, I don't know if I'd count that as a con, but it's just something worth mentioning. The only other thing on my wish list here is that I do wish it still had interchangeable coils, even if they were going to be different from the Nautilus coils, which are fairly large. Maybe they wouldn't have fit in a system like this, but something else that had interchangeable coils, maybe like something that took Caliburn G coils or something, would have been really cool. But as is, it's a conventional pod system. You know, once the coil stops working well, you throw away the whole pod and replace it with a new one, and you can buy packs of pods right here. How many come in this? Does it even say? 2. No, 3. Yeah, 3 pods because I already used one of them. Now, going into pros, like I said, vape quality on this is fantastic. With a lot of these devices where they have like 3 steps of wattage, I end up on the highest one. But with both of these coils, I've really liked the middle one. So you're getting more than enough power to the coils that they provide in this. And, you know, it's surprising to me that I don't even need to top out the power. You can get it even more powerful if you want to. USB-C is a plus. I love the build quality. I love the look of the Avocado series. It's really nice. I believe Vaptio manufactures these for Avocado Vapor. They do a great job with manufacturing, really large company. I do wish it held a little more liquid, but you know, I don't know what else to complain about. It's really freaking solid. The vape quality is fantastic, really comfortable mouthpiece, kind of mimics a cigarette type shape, as you can see. Definitely pocketable, definitely lightweight. It's a good step up product for somebody that's maybe using something like a Caliburn or something else similar that wants a little more battery, wants maybe some power adjustment features, and they want more of an all-day device. This should last you all day. 1100 milliamp hour battery, especially with this 1.2 ohm, you're using at like, you know, 11, 12 watts or so. It should last most people all day, no problem. Very good. So yeah, this is another one of those products I'm going to continue to use. I've had like a streak of them lately. Like in the last couple weeks, there's been like 3 or 4 that I've been pretty smitten with, and I'm going to continue using them, and I have. And this is another. I'm going on a road trip soon. I'm probably going to bring this with me just because the more, I get as good of a vape that I get off of something like my Caliburn G2 here that I use a lot, but I get a little more battery life. And I like the look of it, and it's not that much more in your pocket compared to a normal pod system. A little bit thicker, but not by much. So, nice job, Avocado Vapor. Really dig this thing. Interested to see what else they come out with in the future. Now, it is going to come in multiple different colors, and you can also buy replacement caps for this as well if you want to mix and match. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching. Suck my mod.